Yoloha! I get to drink Trillium's Congress Street right now. It was maybe the first Trillium beer I had. I think maybe actually the first one I had was their Saison, but of course it's their hoppy beers that are their signature style. And I remember when I first had this, and I was really confused about it because I didn't really know how to understand the hop flavors I was experiencing. For one, it's because it uses the Australian hop galaxy, which now is used everywhere all over the place, but I think 2-3 years ago you didn't see it nearly as much, and Trillium was definitely one of the first to use it and take advantage of the intense fruitiness that it has. On the Australian hop growers website, they have a nice little XY axis graph where they have fruit, spice, floral, and resinous, I think, on each end of the graph. And the Galaxy hop, which is featured prominently in Congress Street, was all the way at the bottom at the fruit part, and it's because it's a really fruity hop. So this one was canned 4 days ago, and of course they use simple malt bill, teeny bit of wheat in there with some sugar, and Columbus hops for bittering. It's 7.2% alcohol. And I haven't had it in quite a while, actually. It's probably been a year since I've had exactly this beer. I had double dry hop Congress Street recently, which was amazing. And that looks exactly like I expect from Trillium. Really beautiful. I'm already smelling some sort of orange creamsicle flavors coming through the air. Ooh, yeah, but it's really nice. But it still has that that green and black pepper spice that I get from the Southern Hemisphere hops. It's a really nice combo with all of the intense orange flavors that are in this beer in particular. Oh yeah, it smells like vanilla and cream, and orange popsicles that you might have. Like every single orange you can think of, from spicy bergamot to sweet clementine. It's really nice. And a little bit of pineapple. It's kind of a spicy, grilled, juicy pineapple with a little bit of pepper on top. And none of that funky that I get from American hops. Even though Trillium is pretty good at making the beer pretty fruit forward and not have a huge salad, almost asparagus sort of flavor that I get from some other brewers, like stuff from Night Shift and Bissell Brothers often can have a really intense vegetal green hop aroma, but Trillium, I think they use a yeast that, it might be this one that people have been talking about called Conan yeast, that creates stone fruit flavors by itself. It really helps to bring out all of the soft, pale fruits like stone fruits and tropical fruits and light citrus from all the hops. It's a really big aroma. Yeah, but it's not all super fruity. I can tell there's going to be a good amount of dry, spicy bitterness in this beer too. And I'm getting just a hint of alcohol right now. I gotta drink it. Oh yeah, really full, fluffy mouthfeel. It really feels so juicy on the tongue. Yeah, I think their standard regular IPAs are the juiciest of all of theirs. They've, of course, got the 4-Point Pale Ale series, which is a little bit lighter in body, though still extremely fruity and hoppy. And then their double IPAs and things that are real juicy. But my favorite, and the beers that I think that are the most like actually drinking fruit juice, are these ones that are between 7 and 8%. Because the body's it doesn't have too much sweet hop. Definitely there's plenty of, sweet malt Definitely enough sweet malt in here to make the fruitiness come out, and plenty of body, but then they have just enough bitterness in this beer to make it finish pretty dry. And the mouthfeel on this is really, really good. Not every Trillium beer lately has had the perfect carbonation levels, I feel like. Most of them have their signature ones, Congress Street, all the single hop streets and the Fort Points have been really great. But like the Archaic Cutting Tiles is a little low on carb. It seemed like it was a little low on carb in the double dry hopped scale that I had, though those had amazing flavors. This is just flawlessly done here. Definitely getting some heat in the throat now, but it is 7.2% alcohol, though there aren't any alcohol flavors getting in the way of the fruitiness. It's pretty well carbonated, like I've come to expect from Trillium, so I can really smell the beautiful hop aromas they've packed in here. Yeah, it's not super peachy. It's more just like the orange creamsicle flavors with maybe a touch of peach, but lots of passion fruit and pineapple. Definitely seems like an orange and tropical fruit cocktail in this beer. And the head would have stuck around a little longer, I think, if not for the heat and humidity right now. But it's plenty spicy. That's what I've been noticing with Galaxy. It's so fruity, but then it has like plenty of bitterness and spice happening, which is really nice, as opposed to the kind of oniony, funky, marijuana, almost sometimes cheesy garlic that I get from a lot of American hops. But Galaxy is still, it still packs a punch, even though it's ridiculously fruity. It depends on how you brew with it, but even all these really fruity Trillium beers brewed with Galaxy, they still pack a good bitter punch and lots of fresh cracked sort of pepper with a little bit of an almost jalapeno thing happening. But the mouthfeel, the carbonation is all perfect in this beer. It's not super murky, though I bet there's a little bit more sediment in the bottom. But it's the standard for Trillium that really... I'm going to the Midwest soon, and I wonder if I'm going to be like, nothing here is quite as good. Nothing can really make it. Hopefully I can get to Milwaukee and get some Pseudo Sue or something from Toppling Goliath. They're really the only brewer like that's not in New England that can make these hazy, juicy beers quite like Trillium or Treehouse or some place from Vermont or Maine. And yeah, I'm totally spoiled, especially that they're coming out with new can batches constantly at Trillium. And they're keeping the quality way, way up there. And the mouthfeel is so nice and not quite totally full, but it just pulls off that actual juiciness, because in a juice there's lots and lots of sugars present, more than are in this beer. But I think the fact that it's unfiltered and it's got a good amount of carbonation, and there's just a hint of malt sweetness in there, and it makes it really feel like juice, this maybe slightly carbonated juice in the mouth. And that combined with all the fruity flavors is just the most pleasant fruity hop experience that I've found basically anywhere. And yeah, maybe I can do some side-by-side tastings with the juiciest beers I got from the Midwest compared with the ones from out east when I get back. But yeah, I'm not going to the Midwest for like a week and a half still. But you'll be getting some other beers besides Trillium on these reviews. But this beer is fantastic. I give it a 90. I'm really loving it. And the Galaxy 4-point is great too. Either one of those. And I like the 4-point especially because they pull off intensity at this level of hoppiness, but at slightly lower alcohol. So yeah, we'll do 90 for the Congress Street from Trillium. Later, alligator.